Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. In today's video, I wanted to talk about one of the creepiest and what I think is one of the most disturbing images of Bigfoot to ever come out in recent years. The creature in this image is known as the Beast of Seven Chutes. Now, there was an image taken in 1995 in the month of June, early June, by a tourist, a visitor to this park known as Seven Chutes Park in Quebec, Canada. Now, the individual taking the photograph at the time apparently had no idea that this creature, or whatever it is, in the photo was even there. So he was just there snapping like nature photos, and it wasn't until later on, after the image was processed, that he discovered there was something standing there facing him. Now, if you look at the image, it is kind of hard to make out at first. Until you look in the bottom right, and if you look closely, you can see that there does appear to be something very bizarre in the image. Something standing upright. It looks like whatever it is has a head. It looks like it has a really prominent brow ridge, and probably the strangest feature is what looks to be a snout of some kind. And also, another very weird detail is that it appears that whatever this thing is holding something in its left arm. You can see it's kind of like a brighter color, like almost white. Now, what people speculate is that this thing in the creature's arm is actually a dog, or some sort of small four-legged animal that, this Sasquatch creature has captured, and, who knows what he planned on doing with it. I did hear some people saying that, apparently the day before, or earlier that day, somebody had actually apparently lost their dog, which was a little white dog. And so they're speculating that this is that dog, but that element of the story could have just been added in afterwards to make it, I guess creepier, or to make it seem like the creature is actually holding someone's dog. Now, there's obviously no way of verifying that. This happened a long time ago. And we'll never really know for sure if this is indeed a dog. It could be some other sort of animal. It could be nothing. Of course, the creature in this photo could, in fact not be a creature. Could just be pareidolia. That's always possible. However, it is interesting because, after this photo was released, people did return to that location to investigate the site. And you can see, like in some of the other photos that were taken later, that there doesn't appear to be anything there, meaning that, it probably wasn't a tree stump or anything like that, or a pile of rocks. It appears that there was actually something there at one point, and then, later when people went to investigate it, there was nothing. So it had to have been something with the ability to move. Now, this snout that it appears that this creature has, it's something that's hard to explain. I mean, there are primates out there that have snout-like noses, like baboons. They have a really long face, and this kind of does look like that. Other people speculate that this is actually an example and one of the only pieces of photographic evidence of a dog man, which, to be honest, I don't really look into. So I can't really speak too much on the dog man mystery. But also, there's other animals that have snouts as well. I mean, it could be a black bear standing on its hind legs. That's always possible. But I mean, to be quite honest, to me, it doesn't really look like a bear of any kind. Other than like having the snout, like the actual head shape and everything else, it doesn't look bear-like to me. You can see like the arm of the creature. You can see the left arm kind of wrapped around this supposed dog. I've never seen a bear carrying anything. If this is in fact a Sasquatch carrying someone's dog, then that is, I think, pretty disturbing. You do hear stories floating around here and there of people, having their dogs taken, having their dogs killed by what they think is Bigfoot. So that kind of stuff does happen. Is this one of the only examples of it that's ever been captured, with a camera? It's possible. There is potential for sure. Now, you don't hear a lot of reports of Bigfoot in Quebec. However, there is a lot of wilderness in Quebec, and Also in Ontario, there's actually quite a bit. So it wouldn't surprise me if, there's actual populations of Bigfoot or Sasquatch out in those areas. I mean, Ontario is full of reports and crazy stories and, tales of very strange things happening. And you get a lot of audio recordings coming out of Ontario, and Quebec's, right beside there. So this could, in fact, be a Sasquatch creature. Now, there are people out there who speculate that there's different kinds of Bigfoot. And, I mentioned the dogman thing briefly there, but they actually have come up with a name of a creature that fits this description, and they call it a gugwi. And if you look around online, there's a little bit of information of this gugwi, or it's also known as like a type 3 Bigfoot, they call it. And this is a Bigfoot creature that has like a dog-like snout, or a baboon-like snout. Now, I did find a little bit of information here on the internet. On this one website, it says, "Gugwis are very aggressive, which is strange for a primate, let alone an undiscovered one, leading to some believe it may be a misidentified werewolf-like creature. Native Americans despise and fear the creature. In 1995, a man was taking scenic photos in Seven Chutes Park, Quebec, Canada. Reviewing the photos at home, he noticed one had a strange figure in it. Sightings of the gugwi and similar creatures have been reported all throughout the USA and in parts of Canada, though are normally drowned out by more popular Bigfoot creatures such as the Sasquatch, whose habitat overlaps with the gugwi." I don't know, so there's a little bit of information on that. I don't know who actually came up with the term gugwi, if it is a First Nations term or if some people in more modern days made it up. But I guess it's just a name for a Bigfoot creature that appears to have this canine-like or baboon-like snout, which is what we see in this Beast of Seven Chutes photograph. I don't know what happened to the actual photographer. I don't know if he's ever, come out and, done interviews or anything like that, or has actually gave more information to the public on the photo and, how the photo was taken. So it's a mystery, and we'll probably never know for certain what exactly it is we're looking at. It does look weird. You can see in the photos where somebody's kind of drawn on it and outlined, some of the key areas, and you can kind of see what everyone's talking about it holding onto something that looks like a dog or some sort of small four-legged animal. And then you can see some of the features of the face. Whatever it is, looks creepy. When you look at some of the images that other people have taken where they go stand in that exact spot, it doesn't appear, based on a comparison between the two, that this creature is actually very large. It doesn't look massive. And, it doesn't have to necessarily, because, Bigfoot creatures come in all shapes and sizes, based on age, maybe based on gender, whatever it is. Definitely very bizarre, very strange. And if there's a creature out there taking people's dogs, it's highly disturbing. I've always found it to be a very interesting and perplexing and baffling photo, and it's just one of those photos that we'll probably never know what exactly is going on. And it's one of those ones that keeps the mystery alive, keeps us thinking. And I can tell you for sure, I would hate to run into something like this out in the bush, especially if I'm alone. But it's weird, like Seven Chutes Park is a park and people go and visit there, so it's a place that is probably visited regularly. A high traffic area for people. So it seems bizarre that this creature would be right in that spot where people are usually taking photographs. A lot of people say Bigfoot tried to avoid the cameras. Well, not in this case. Standing right there, looking right at the person, holding, some sort of animal. I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the Beast of Seven Chutes? Do you think it's a legitimate Bigfoot? Do you think it's a dog man? Do you think it's something else entirely? Do you think it's misidentification or, pareidolia? Let me know. If you want to support Mountain Beast Mysteries, you can do so using the GoFundMe link down in the video description or using the PayPal link on the main channel banner. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Mountain Beast Mysteries.